it's time. Hi, Jason. Hope you're doing well. I'm busy doing stuff in my room, so I'll be lurking. Not a problem, Salmon. That's fine. No worries. Thanks for coming by. So, yeah, we're doing, surprise, surprise, more Age of Empires stuff today because, yeah, this is going to be just a full project now. I think I'm just going to keep going now until I've done all of them, which I've still got a good chunk left to do. There's still going to be a bunch I'm going to do off stream as well, but yeah, we shall get there eventually. Got, I don't know how many more left to do. 20 odd, I think. Must be something like that. But yeah, I suppose. Hopefully everything's working alright. Hopefully everything sounds okay, music and mic level wise, because I know I had some problems with that the other day. Actually, 1 second. Right. The little knob on the little interface thing's all the way up, which is what we need, so that's good. That's all good. So yeah, we're building the Malians Wonder today. Yeah, I'm all good, mate. Hope you are as well. I don't think this one is going to take me too long to do, and I know, again, I say that every single time. I'm like, yeah, just gonna fly through this, but you know, doing some of the pre-planning and that for it, I don't think it'll be too bad. Again, I can use the picture here as a guide to make this, so yeah, it shouldn't be too difficult to do. Yeah, I'll just use this as a rough guide to get my sizing right. I probably won't use it the whole way through, but if I get at least one bit right, then I can do the rest by just do the rest by eye then. So that's pretty much that middle block of the building, what we've got there. And I think what I'm going to do that separately and then do each tower as a separate model. So we shall see how that will go. I'm not sure if these big arches here on this end are like the entrance to it. I think they must be, because I can't see any other doors on it. I did try and look at the actual building, because I believe it's a mosque. The actual building it's based off of. Is it? I think it's the Mosque of Genet, or Great Mosque of Genet, I think, in Mali. Probably butchered that pronunciation, but yeah, I do like that it's based off an actual place, like most of them are, but I thought that was pretty cool. So, yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a pain, because I just got to try and figure out how to line this up right. So, let's put a loop in and see where that comes. Hopefully I can get it, yeah, I can eye it up like this. Because this little bit on the end, it sort of juts outwards. So if I put it about there, I think, yeah, it might work. It might be a bit further in than that, actually. How can I figure this out? Because that's confusing me. Oh no, that would be right though, because then that's where the edge of this building is here, so yeah, that's all good. So I need to add another one, and that needs to come to about there. I'm hoping I can add detail easily enough on this, because I don't want it to, I don't know, when I use the randomize thing to just randomize all the faces so it looks all like rough, I don't know if that's going to look quite that great on this, because there's not loads of detail on the actual main structure. But we'll see all the same. So, right, this little bit on this end piece, that little blue bit's going to wrap around the whole building. Yeah, this shouldn't be too bad to do, to be honest. I have set up the other one as well that I'm going to do next, which is the Ethiopian Wonder, which is based on, I can't remember where it is, the name of the place, but it's like, sorry if you can hear the rain, by the way, it's absolutely hacking it down here. Wow, that's mental. Yeah, apologies for that. If you can hear it, you might not be able to. But yeah, the Ethiopians Wonder's pretty cool. It's based on a church that's made it's like built into the stone, so when you actually see it in real life, it's like carved into the ground. It's pretty mad how impressive it is. So yeah, that's kind of a cool little thing. There we go, the rain has just died now. Just like that. Let's move that up a little bit. Cool, so that'll be, let me just, can just start putting colours on this because there's not too many in this, I don't think. Right, it's quite a sandy, orangey, yellowy, orangey colour, like most of these buildings are, to be honest. And we just want to put the team colour on there, which is going to be, I don't know which colour yet. I might just make it green for now. I'll probably change that later. Yeah. Right, I think if I just do the detail on, because there's no detail on this side here. It's basically all the towers are the detail and these like bushes that are growing up the side. So essentially the only detail I need to do on this big block is on the roof and on this little end piece here. So I might as well just get to that. Which if I do it this way, then again I can just do things by eye. It hasn't got to be perfect. But yeah, hopefully we won't be too long doing this one. With a bit of luck and try and get through this pretty sharpish. Okay, so that'll go into the floor a bit there. Then you've got that sort of gap there. Yeah, I think that'll do. And then just inset that back to there. And we just got to add a load of edges in here. Don't think that was quite the right amount. How many was that? 7 maybe? Let's go with 7. And I can do, if I select all of those, unselect these ones. Around these edges here. Oh, I didn't mean to select all those ones around the back. And to make all those little, there's like these little slots in the top here, so I can just inset those again, make them a little bit smaller than that, and then you just do something like that. There we go, and I'll change the colour again in that little gap so it's a bit darker. Again, something I can mess around with later and change up. I don't know if it is actually darker or it's just where the shadows cast, but I might add some extra colour in this anyway, just to mix it up a bit. You know what, I'm going to change that just to Team 1 for now, because then I know exactly sort of the areas I'm following, which might make life easier. It's much darker than that, isn't it? Yeah, it's probably around that sort of colour actually. Right, a bit on the very top of the roof I'll probably do at the end. I think if I need to just try and get most of the towers and that in position. So what have we got? We got these two towers here, they're exactly the same, and these two towers at the back, they're also the same. So I could perhaps use a mirror modifier on those to save me some time. So what I'm going to do is put the origin to the 3D cursor on that, and then let's add in a cube, which I need to go into edit mode so that the origin point stays there in that center part. And then we want a mirror modifier, so yep, that's where we want it to go. Now, how should I do this? It's probably going to be a good idea to get this the whole way out of the ground and just rest that on the floor, how it's going to sort of be. And then we can start getting things in place. Bear with, I'm just going to do a very quick little tweet. It might help if I use the right keyboard. I've got my laptop in front of me and I was just trying to type with that for my main PC. It's not going to work. But yeah, I do things like that. Bear with. That'll do for now. Right, back to it. So we get a pretty good idea straight off how big these towers are, and they're not huge. And they pretty much are central to the ends. I've just got to figure out, that's a lot further in though. Again, it might be worthwhile just to keep using this as a reference and keep shifting it up. Because yeah, look how far out that is. And I thought I was close. So size-wise, it's not that far off. But the rest of it needs a little adjusting. So it goes down to a shape like that. Now I'm going to do a slightly different shape on the bottom. Just where it sort of curves outwards. Then we can just inset this to make this little piece on the top. And then those little tower pieces on the very top, I'm going to do as a separate object. They can be a perhaps a cylinder, and also let me just put the 3D cursor up there, and it definitely doesn't want that many sides. Maybe a few more. Maybe we'll put it up to like 20, just because there isn't so much detail on this, and I don't want it to look really, really odd when it looks more low poly at the end. There you go. That's the right sort of gist with those little towers. Okay, we've got, there's a window a little way down it, so it's probably about level with the blue bit there. So if I do it about that sort of size, yeah, we can just do that and do the same thing up here. And they can just be inset slightly and then scaled that way so they're a little bit narrower. And then if I inset them, try and give the illusion that there is a room inside there. If I just spread it out that way, and now I've got individual origins, then it will do it itself. And then extrude it that way, then we get the illusion that there's a room in there. Because then I can just put a light in there later. And that'll fill that out pretty good. Yeah, I've got to do the other tower that side. The tower in the middle is going to be fine to do. Yeah, I'm going to have to roughen up some of these edges and stuff just to make things look a bit more... I don't want it to look too perfect. It will look too in order, which I don't like. I like it to have, like, make it look a bit more, I don't know, man-made. Especially as it's an older building as well. It wouldn't be perfect. Yeah, that's better. They're a little bit narrower than that. Cool. So they just need all the little wooden little bits putting in it. I might just add a few loops here and there. If we do something like that, then that should be enough to sort of roughen it up. And spend a little bit of time doing this as well on this one. I don't tend to spend as much time using the bevel tool. It's handy to make wood look older and the likes. And yeah, just make places look a bit more used. Which is exactly what we want here. I did find out something interesting about this place as well, is that there's I believe it's like a festival that's held every year where like the people who live nearby will come along and reapply the plaster, like the natural plaster, to the edges of the building because it needs like constant upkeep. I think it was like because of certain rains at certain times of the year, it would just really damage it. So that's partly what these dowels I think are for, because they act as like a scaffolding so people can climb up them. So that's kind of cool. Pretty cool little design feature. Yeah, we'll just adjust some of these edges so that they just look a little rougher, if that's a word. And yeah, just got to play around with it basically. Just adjust things here and there. Again, I don't want to do too much, I don't think, of this. Could probably do something in the window just to make that a bit more interesting to look at as well. Yeah. Don't know what to do with the top piece. Probably won't do much with that, to be honest. Might leave that pretty much as it is. Make it a bit more pointed. Alright, so now when you look at that, it just looks a little bit more natural than these lovely straight edges. Which is exactly what we want. So I might quickly do a similar thing. Yeah, with some of these edges. Why is it selecting? That's different. Oh, it's because I'm selecting edges, that's why, my bad. Yeah, just select a few little vertices here and there. And I could try and use the Randomize proportional editing tool and see how that works. Just a tiny bit. Yeah, that might be enough. Looking at that. Even if it's not, I can always come back to it later. So what the best thing next to do is probably... these bits at the bottom are a bit wider than I thought. So let's do that. And again, if we have proportional edit on and go smooth, then we can make that a bit more like that. Not too much, because I don't want it to affect everything. Yeah, just so it is a bit wider at the bottom. I mean, you can see now in this mode how all these edges are now a bit rough. And you get all these like square shapes, which I'm not that keen on, and I have an idea of how I could fix that later if it doesn't look that great. So I can come back to that. That's not a problem. So there we go. We've got two towers to some degree so far. And now what we want to do is start adding some of these little like, yeah, dowels in, little bits of scaffolding essentially. So if I do 5 maybe. Didn't mean to get rid of the tools there. And yeah, make these really small. And these don't really need randomizing or anything. I could just do something tiny, just to make them look a little bit less perfect. Just give those a wood colour. And then, yeah, just start positioning these in. And then once I've done like one grouping, I can probably just copy and paste quite easily. Just checking where they all go now. Yeah, I'm going to squash those a little bit. Oh, let's put it on a median point, not individual origins. Yeah, we'll just squash those down a tad. And right, just start placing them about where they need to go. So you got one set midway about here. I can use the ones on the ends as a guide to how far they stick out. You got 4, 4 and 4. So I should be able to just copy those down over and over again. And that'll be that with those. Just got to make sure that this comes past these windows. That's the only thing, which I don't think that is going to. So I can just adjust that in a second. Get them about the right distances. What I could do is just actually let me select them individually and just move those over a little bit, and the same with those ones as well. Just shift them that way a tad. Hopefully that looks alright. Seems to not be too bad. I don't know, they all might need squashing a little bit more than that. I don't know, they look a bit wide at the minute. I suppose they're all different, but I kind of want to just make my life easy and copy and paste them a load of times. So you've got 3 on the top and bottom there. It should be simple enough. Just do something like that. Get them all about in the right place. And in case you see them sticking out that side, if I do that, I think you see them. Yeah, you can. Just out there a tiny bit. I'll select these ones again. And we can copy these straight up to the roof level. It's not quite roof level, is it? It's about there. And that's fine. And then we've got what we got in the top. We've got 2 crossing each other there and 2 crossing each other there. And they're just singular ones. So we just want one of these. Can scale it up a bit so it's a bit bigger than the others. And let me just try from above. I can get a rough idea where it needs to be sat. Probably about there, I think. And we just need to have an idea of how high it is off that little roof piece. It's probably about there. Then if we do another one and rotate it 90, then do that, and then rotate those 45, then that gives us the bottom piece. And we can do that for the ones above, rotate 45 back that direction, and that gives us that one. And then just scale it in a tad. And yeah, that's that then. These are a bit more, I don't really know what colour these are. Maybe that kind of colour. It's got a bit more of a greeny tinge almost to it. Okay, where else have we got these little dowels? So you got them on this tower on the end, the very end piece as well, so I could probably get those in. And I'm going to put those on a separate object and then get rid of the mirror modifier, because we don't need it on this specific one. Put the origin to the geometry to make my life easier. And we can start moving these ones into position as well. How many we got along there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think. Don't know why I'd struggled to count that so much. How far do they stick out? About that, I suppose. 4, 5, 6, 7. And I could just stretch those out just a tad and then move them across so they're more central in that area. And how many we got there? Just 2 sets. Like that. Lovely. Okay. You've got all these little towers around the edge, like the little individual pieces, these bits. I'll probably do them last. So the next thing is probably the central tower. There isn't any other bits on these smaller towers, is there? No, they are plain at the bottoms. So, next tower is going to be going in the centre. Now, do I do the same thing again? To get an idea of how big it needs to be. So move that up to where we were, about there. Unfortunately, we can't see it on this one, so that's a shame. Oh, actually, no, we can use this as a guide, though. Then if we hide this, then we can just figure it out this way. So that there is where it needs to be. Whoops. Let's select all the bottom vertices if it wants to work. Is that working? No. Select all those. You can bring that down. Scale it slightly outwards. And we can drop this down here. And then you've got this piece on the front that comes outwards. Let me hide it quickly. Yeah, it seems to do something like that. And then we have a look at this front bit. It's sort of... Okay. Right. Alt H. I think it's more... So if we do that, let's just move that up a bit so that those two edges are slightly rounded. And we want to scale this up and then scale it in. And that goes to about there, I think. And then this whole piece on the front here needs just rounding a little bit more. So we select these here. Don't know how this is going to look. Not too bad. I need to add some extra lines in before I do that though. Let's hide that again. So, got a lot more windows in this one. Just figuring out where they go. Might have to just do this by eye as well. So if we put the first bit, the top bit of the window there, and the bottom bit will probably go about there. Then we've got a gap about that much, and then you've got 3 windows underneath that. So we can make that gap a similar one. And then you've got this big piece in the middle. So about there somewhere, I think. And I can probably make this little sort of inner arch kind of easily by doing something like that. You can just inset that then and grab these here and here and then pull those down. It gives that little arrow archway look. So then we can just add in a few extra. Actually, let's add the windows first so I know where they need to be positioned. So you've got one window in here. That is that sort of size. And the other 3 are here, here and here. So just get those about right. Won't be perfect. And then individual origins, squash those down. Inset them. The only thing with this one here, how will I do that? It's fine with the top one. I can make a fake window or fake room with that one. The others might be a little bit trickier. If I was to delete those faces and those faces, and then we inset this, scale it all the way outwards. Then we scale it upwards, and now we scale it inside. Then delete these 2 pieces here. That should mimic the inside enough. seems to have worked. Do a similar thing again with this one. And scale that up there and set that back. Just so it makes it look like there's a little room in there somewhere. Okay, so then we want to round off all of these edges. All of this top bit looks too sharp at the minute. So we can just do that. Add some loops in there and there. Some down here. And then I'm just going to throw in a few random bits. Just to randomize it a little bit. Cool. And we can now do that bit down here. Like I said before, might do these edges as well actually. Just scale that one up there. And that as well. And move those forward a bit. Alright. Then we've got to do the got another pillar on the top, and we've got some little spikes on the side, which I can use these again. So that's that tower done. I'll H to unhide the other one. You can colour that as well. What one was it? Material 1. 001, there it is. Awesome. Right, we can steal this here. One of these needs to be for the top piece. So let me just get rid of the modifier, mirror modifier on that one, and put that up here. Which you can't really oh no, there it is. I was getting confused then. It's sort of blending in that much. So it goes about there. And then we've got these smaller pieces on the ends. Which, yeah, I could just keep the mirror modifier on for this. Just saves me a tiny bit of work. And just slot that onto that corner there. And then we want one little tiny one on the top here. I think that's about what it looks like. It's pretty impressive looking from the front. Alright, and then we've got more of these dowels to put in everywhere. So we've done the ones on these sides. One thing I might do as well, I don't know what colour it was, or do I do that later? Yeah, I might do. I'll add a textured colour onto this as well, just so it doesn't look too perfect. So it's not too flat, the colours. That's another thing I'll do at the end though. So it's probably best to look at doing some more of these. Oh, I've lost some. Oh, there they are. They're down there. Whoops. Okay. So they just need to go about there. For what it's worth, I can just copy and paste these and then just reuse most of them. And then yeah, just start placing them where they need to go roughly. So what we got? We've got pretty much 4 is the majority of them on the way up. And you've got like 3 at the top, and then there's like 2 either side the arch thing at the bottom. Probably could just stretch them a tiny little bit. Right, so we've got some just underneath this window, some just above it, and then we've got some just above that. And we got some above that as well. That's another 4, and then you've got 3 above that. So if I just do that, then that makes up that, basically. And then below that we have another set of 4. So it goes about there. And then we have a set of 1 directly below that, either side of the arch, about the middle of where the arrowhead is. And then we've got 2 sets either side, which I can do just by doing that kind of thing, I think. And put that down there as well. A little bit lower so they're a bit more evenly spaced. And then we just want to delete these ones on here. And I think they're all slightly into the... So look, yeah, they are. Don't know if they're sticking out too much. They might very well be. But I can, now that they're all on one object, I can just move them in as one. Let's have a look. So yeah, at the minute they are a little bit too far out. They want to go in by about that much, I think. So they're just on the edge here for this, where it intersects. Also, I've just noticed I didn't add any little edges like this to this side, so I'm going to do that. Again, just to roughen it up a bit. Hopefully not too much to make it look a bit weird. I could probably put an extra one on that corner, because why not? And do another little one there. And we can just shift this about a tiny bit. Yeah, just to roughen it up a bit. Might have done it a bit too much down here, but then some of this I think is going to be hidden by bushes and stuff, so that might be alright. Yeah, let's do a save, as I've not actually saved it yet. But yeah, half an hour in. Already done about half of the main building, so that's good. There's no little dowels on this bit, there's just some in the top I've just noticed, so I can quickly do those. Do I just copy these again? Maybe. And we just want to get rid of one of those. And these other 2 we can keep. And we can shift those into where they need to go. Now these ones are a bit smaller, I've noticed. Let's have a look from above so I can get those central as possible. Maybe around there, I think. No, we don't want to do that. Also, we want medium point. And duplicate, rotate around 90. There we go. Let's just check out the little model that we got so we can see where this needs to sit. So that's about there somewhere. And we've got one above it. That's about there. 45 degrees. Lovely. Let's save that. No other windows or anything in this piece, no. And then it's just the little towers we've got to do. And then they've got to do the towers on the back, which would be best to make this one first. Yeah, make that one first. And also, while I'm on the mirror, I might just make this one. I know it'd be copied over, which it technically shouldn't be, but it might not be a problem. Or do I just make that on its own? Might be best. Right, while we're on the mirror, the only problem is I'm on the wrong side now. Is there any way of flipping it? Not really. Right, what I can do... actually, if I was to get all of these, all of this here, and copy it, and shift it there, would that work? It does seem like it has, so that's good. Okay. Not that I need to do that, but I need my own tower now. And again, I can do this to get the size and position right. So that is exactly the top there. And hopefully it's intersecting with that piece a little bit, which it doesn't look like it is. So let's sort that out. Why is that happening? It's going to be going about here, isn't it, in reality? So it'll be more like that, I think. A lot closer. And this tower also wants to be just slightly stretched out. Like that. Only slightly though. And we've got a window down here that is probably, where is it, about there I think. While we're here I can just add that. Again, quite a thin window. And we'll do the same thing again, mimic that there's a inside. By doing that, making a little fake room inside there. And yeah, that seems to be mirroring over that side nicely, so that's good. And the other windows are going to be about level with this top piece. Actually, no, they might be further down than that, which is a bit confusing. Not sure about that. Either way. So one goes about here, and one goes about there. And we'll go individual origins again, so I can mess around with these on their own. If I put them about there and squash them a bit. Then again, I can mimic the whole indoor thing with these as well. If I delete those inside faces, then we should be good. And one thing I might want to do is just quickly lower that floor a tad. I suppose in reality you could have some steps that are going down or something. Okay, so looking at it, this whole back face needs to come backwards a little bit on the main building, so that's easy enough to do, I think. If I was to do this and then select all of these faces here and then just drag them out. Shouldn't mess with anything too much. And yeah, it should go about there, because then the door goes central with this tower. So we want to put the door in. Along the lines of that. And we can do the mimicking of the inside yet again. Just enough so that you... From the angle, I think it'll be enough. You won't really need to see that far in it anyway. Yeah, that'll be fine. With this roof, I'm going to put it up just a tad more and then just inset that. So we've got that little lip on the top. That looks cool. And then we've got the little wooden pieces in the top of these towers. And then they just need roughing up as well. So yeah, I think one of the main things that makes them look more dated is by just, yeah, beveling the corners. It seems to do quite a lot to just give the whole building a lot more like character, I suppose. And then yeah, just moving little bits up and down here and there also helps a bit. Get one in the corner there. one side of this. And just drag that down a bit if it wants me to select that one as well. There we go. I think there's some doubled up vertices there, which is a bit of a pain, but never mind. Again, I can fix that later. I just drag these out a little bit, drag that back, drag that all sorts of ways and see how it goes really. And get some bits down here. And on this corner we can just do this up the whole sort of edge to some degree if I can select the right bloody thing. And yeah, we just want to drag those about just a little bit. I think actually that's alright, that doesn't look too bad as it is. Hey Jason, how are you getting on? Hello Kev, I'm not doing too bad. How's yourself? And also, yeah, getting on with this, not too awful to be honest. I've already done quite a good chunk of the main sort of structure of it. These towers at the back here can go because I didn't mean to actually make those. So I can delete. Do I delete all of that? Yeah, I suppose I should. Actually, you know what? Let's just delete the main building. And then we want to steal some of these wooden posts. I can actually just delete loads of these. I don't need them anymore. Let's get rid of all those. And we'll just keep these ones, and because I've got the mirror modifier on, then we're onto a winner. So what is there, 4 in the top of this? Yeah. And again, I'm going to need a reference for how far they stick past it. So it's about there, I think. So if I get another set and just duplicate that one. Lovely. We've got 3 down the bottom here, and then the rest are all 4, so I can just copy those straight down, get those in. Get those ones out of the way. So you got one set that's about there, then one set that comes down here. There and there maybe. That might be a bit too far. Does it look like that? Yeah. Nah, that'll be alright I think. And then I think in the top piece, they rotate around the whole... Oh no, just this one side. So, just need to copy them once more. And put those around here as well. Median point. And put them in there somewhere. Lovely. Jabbly. Alright, so that is all of the towers done. All of the main structure. I probably should do this back piece first and all the other towers, and then put in all these little vertical little pieces around the edge. All gravy here, thanks. Yeah, it's looking good. Oh, thank you very much. Glad you're doing alright. Thank you for coming on, by the way. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be a... it's definitely not going to be as long as usual. I mean, usually I'm on for like, what, 2.5, 3 hours, and I've already done this in 45 minutes, so... Yeah, I think we're doing okay. Depends how, like, awkward I want to be with little tiny details at the end, I think, as to how long I'll be streaming this. So, right, we've got one more tower that sits in this very corner. So let's whack that one in. So if I view it from above, that will give me a much better idea of how it's going to sit. So, and how far does it go up the side of the building? So it's level with the top roof. So it goes about there, I think. And it looks like there's a gap in between it, but it looks like it's connected to this main building. So I'm going to do a quick little inset there and then just connect it like that. This runs down here a bit, but that's going to be in the floor, so I'm fine with that. And then, yeah, it just needs some tiny little things on the top, and then another one of these little towers with the little spokes in them. So let's just do that. And again, the bevel tool is our favourite on this one. I've just realised there's something I shouldn't have done, and that is I shouldn't have scaled the cube up while I wasn't in edit mode, because now the bevel tool isn't quite working properly. So whereas before, if I press bevel, it's like really thin now, it doesn't widen as much, which is kind of annoying. It still, it gives a sort of effect I need, I think, so I won't worry about it too much. Bevel that. Yeah, that looks really odd, which is a shame, but right, let's just how will it look on the top here? It's a bit rubbish, really. This is more annoying because I have to kind of do it by hand then, so it sort of defeats some of the point of the tool. That should do, and then let's just pull out some of these edges and whatnot. Yeah, that'll do. So that little tower on the end, I might actually come in a bit further than that, to be honest. Just tuck it in a bit. Put it about there. And then, yeah, we want one of these little towers, and I'm not sure which kind of tower we want. What is it on top of there? It's one with just those 4 in it. So if I just take, that one and all of those extra pieces for now, even though I really don't need them, and just plonk this on the top. I'll go on edit mode and go in the X-ray. I can just delete all of those ones that I don't need. And the top ones we don't need, I think. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. It's just the beams we want to get rid of, I think. And yeah, I don't think it's anywhere near as big as that, is it? It comes down to just below. Oh no, that's actually where it needs to be. And these here are about the right size as well, to be honest. Maybe extend them a little bit more. And then just lower them to there. Yeah. I've done about 6 of those YouTube Blender tutorials, just made a forest of cones and spheres. Oh, awesome. Yeah, no, that's exactly what I did as well. Have you got any evidence to show us of that? I'll be very interested to see your little thing. That sounded a bit dodgy, didn't it? Inktober's taken over a bit now, though, so I have to carry on late in the year. Ah, that's fair enough, yeah. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not doing that this year. Otherwise, I would probably have had a bit of a meltdown. I was thinking of doing something, maybe not necessarily Inktober, but maybe some kind of Blender version of it, but then I feel like I'm just piggybacking on the, you know, it's not really the right event to do that, is it? Right, so, and then we've got loads of doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whole way down the building. So if I'll just steal 2 of these and just squash them like that. And you can stretch those out a little bit. Right, let's see where the first one sits. It's quite close to the top. Yeah, like that. And then we just copy them the whole way down, essentially. Looking at this now, they seem to line up. with that there. So they kind of fit like that. So I'm going to do that instead, and then I can just... shite. I've done them on the same thing now. If I just squash this down and put that where it needs to go, which can work there. How piggyback away, I'm doing pixel art all month. Oh, cool. I can't think if I've seen any of your work yet. If I have missed it, I apologise, because I'm proper rubbish if that's the case. I'll have a look. You've been putting them on Twitter? So I shall have a look. Right, so we've got those there. Oh no, I don't want to do that though, because I want them to be equal. But then it doesn't go the whole way down. Is that only 6 or is that is 7? You know what? Let's just cheat and make it not exactly the same and just do an extra 1, because why not? It's my model. I can do what I want. And then we can put those in there. Yes, right. Let's make this the right colour, which was 00 something. Not that one. 001. How did I not remember that? Never mind. Okay, we'll save that then. Cool, we've got quite a good chunk done of it now, so that's good. So the next big piece is probably this like wall around the back, and then the individual little towers around those two at the back there, which I can mirror over again, so that's all good. I don't know if I need to do anything with this door, just to make that look a bit more rough. Looks a bit too perfect at the minute. No, don't do that. Let's just do something like that. And then that'll mirror over that side, because you won't see that door anyway, so I don't mind there being like a repeated same kind of thing. So the wall at the back, I should probably do the same way I did the main building. Which, hang on a sec, basically just like a basic foundation shape, and then sort of dress it afterwards. Okay, so that's actually where it needs to be already, and then that needs to come to about there. Try and get it equal either side. Try and get it to come the whole way along to about here, I think. And then I just need to get a rough size for then these two walls, and then they just go straight into the side of the building there. Like that, and I think it is slightly off where it's in the middle of this tower and then over here, so that's fine. Again, you won't see any of this, so that's fine by me. Alright. Ah, no. So, wait, how do I fix this? If that's where it actually sits, the floor, but that doesn't add up then. This is the only problem with this perspective. It's like trying to figure out how this actually goes together. Would it be like that then? But then no, it's not any higher as it is. Huh. Okay, well I'll probably just do it that height then and just run with that and see how it looks, to be honest. Do I try and make the bottoms of this a little bit bigger, like that? Just widen them out a bit. Sort of matches the towers then to some degree. And then we're just going to divide all of this up. Could do some across the tops here. Just a few every now and then. And then I can just mess around with that and make it look a bit more rough. So the other thing I need to do, I've just noticed, actually, I'm going to, rather than redoing this little blue bit down the bottom, I'm going to steal it off of here, which I've already made look kind of rough, because I can just steal one little edge piece, and because it intersects with two other objects, it won't matter about the ends that are like that look weird. I'm going to stretch that, and that needs to sit about just underneath there, very similar to the other one. And then yeah, there'll be a tower on the corner here, so you won't see that rough edge. So that's good. Now the next thing I need to do is probably mess around with this and just make this look rougher as well. Again, I keep saying rougher. I don't even know if that's a word. The more I say it, the less real it sounds. So, yeah. I think I'm speaking better English than I did the other day, though. God. But then I did the other day. I did a stream on, was it Saturday or Sunday? Well, it might be Friday actually. Either way. Yeah, I was streaming for about 4 hours, which I think is the longest stream I've ever done, and I was losing the plot. It's very nice though, because I had some people on that never been able to catch my streams before, so that was cool, because I streamed at a completely different time of day than I usually would do. Also got the main theme from Man in the High Castle just going round and round in my head as well, so I'm just trying not to hum that, which sounds very creepy, that theme tune. Okay, probably don't need to do too much more of that. Just a little bit on that edge. Just bring some of these out and in. Yeah, that'll do, I think. Save. There's one of the little pixel things I did. Made one into an emote. Oh, cool. Is that there? Hang on. That's pretty awesome. I'm going to quickly go onto your Twitter now. Fully expect low poly emotes from you. Would that even be possible? Don't they have to be like a certain amount of pixels or something? I remember Matt saying they're like, I mean, at least when you first start doing them, they're really like difficult to get down. Kevin. Scully. Yesterday stream. Oh yeah, I completely forgot. I missed your stream. I was gutted about that. I wanted to catch that. I started thinking. Wow, they're well cool. Those are awesome. Yeah, no, that's really cool. So are you doing one of those for every day then? If so, that is awesome. I mean, it's awesome regardless, but you know. Okay, let's get we need, wait, how much of this wall can you see at the back here? It is only a tiny smidge, isn't it? Yeah. I might very, very slightly. Let's firstly put that onto its own object so it doesn't mess with the main building. I might very slightly just edge that out a bit more. Yeah. Okay, so let's go back onto this mirrored object, and I can add another cube, and we can start doing the towers in the corners as well. It's probably best to do this from above first, so I can actually get to the corners. So it's about there, and then just scale it up just a tiny bit. I don't know why it isn't selecting all sides at the minute. I don't know what I've done wrong there with the tool, but... and then again, I'm going to just slightly extend the bottom piece out a bit. We can just bevel all that top for what it's worth. And then again, all of the sides, let's just throw some bevels at it. Just get maybe two. No, I don't want to do too much. I keep pressing V, which if you do that, it then bevels just a single one of these dots. And I don't know why I keep doing it, because it's rare that I ever actually have to do that. It's only on the corners. There you go, I just did it again. It's just a weird automatic thing I do, and I don't know why. Let's merge those at centre. Right, then just mess with this bit at the top a little, and we can do a little bevel on the end there. How's that look? I really don't like how that looks. I don't like the I don't like this really square looking low poly. I think I might have to triangulate all the faces so it looks a bit more like the curves are a bit naturaler. That's not a word either. Look a bit more natural. Oh no, it's happening. Never mind. Yeah, you have to do one that's 12 by 12 pixels. That's insane. That's tiny, isn't it? Yep, making one for every day this month, not streaming each one though. Oh, cool. Are you just going to do like a couple of streams every now and again then? Which would be cool. Right. Because of this object, I have to adjust this so that it's about central of this block, which is about there. And just shift that back out again. There we go. There's that little tower. I really don't know how this is all going to look. I'm sure I'm getting some of the perspective wrong. Don't know. Never mind. Right, I need to get this. And for what it's worth, because I need that again now, I'm going to grab these first few and put them onto their own object. And I'm going to combine it with that. Because then I can use that. If I combine them, then it'll instantly mirror that over the other side. And I can just plonk this on top. I do think it's a little bit different. It needs some slight modifications doing to it, but that's fine. They shouldn't be too difficult to do. Yeah, it's let's have a look at that. So at the minute where I've got them is right, but it just looks... No, it's not. Why am I getting so lost here? Right, let's have a look at this again. So that's where... Let's merge those together so I don't get lost. So that is in the right place there, but then these towers are not. No, there you go. That goes there. Maybe the wall is a bit lower than that. And then yeah, these are very different. Well, not very different, but kind of different. We just select all of those and extrude those out, and then that gives that little edge. And I can just bevel that piece there as well. Those are still in about the right place. I'm not going to change those too much. And then we've just got some down the side by the looks of things. So, and they're just some doubles. Just select those and put them where they need to go. And stretch them out just a little bit so they're a little bit more noticeable. How many of those have we got? Just 4. Alright. So yeah, that is the main structure done by the looks of things. And there's loads of little these pillars in the roof, but I'm going to repurpose these other side pillars, which are just straight with like a little thing on the top, so they are not going to be too difficult to make. So let's just get on with that. How are we doing for time? We've just about an hour, so that's good. Hopefully it won't be much much longer than 9 o'clock, really. Okay, and then the actual beveled part starts a bit lower down. We've got to do the same thing to all of these as well, really. Just enough so that they're not all the same. Let's grab those and just move that up just a tad. I don't want these bevels to be too mental. Get one on the bottom there. And we can just do something like that. Oh no, what have I just done? I've just lost all my tools and I have no idea how to get those back. Oh, I've not lost my tools. What have I lost? I needed to click on something, but I don't know what it was. Huh. That's annoying. Oh, thank God. I thought I was going to spend like an hour then trying to get those tools back. You know what? I'm going to move that so that doesn't happen again. Because that would have been sad. Right, I think what we've got is there's 3 of these in here, in this gap. And I'm thinking I can just rotate them so that they all look different. Just get a bevel in every now and again. And that should be good. Okay, this needs to be 001 as well. And we can just copy them over into that little gap there. And where else we got them? We've got 4 over the back there, and then we've got loads of these little towers on the front here. Fine, that's not too bad. So they're almost spaced all right already, actually, like that. Just whack that one in that corner there. Bring it in a bit more than that, actually. Can move those over a tad, so that's a bit more even. And then on the back, we've got a bunch. How far do they overlap? Not very much, actually, so there's a bit of a gap there. How many is there across the back there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think there's about 8. Although, my positioning, that wouldn't be right. So if I just do 7 and delete that one. Whoops, I put it onto its own object. I meant to delete it. There we go. Suppose, in that sense, I can probably do the same thing across the back, because there's probably the same amount. If anything, they actually might be a bit closer together, so let's just get the first 3, because I know that they're different. And put those sort of where they need to go. Which is about there, I think. Yeah, just bring them a little bit closer together than the others. And just for ease, copy and paste them along. just adjust that so that's a bit more even. Just slightly stretch those out, just a tiny bit. But yeah, oh, it's kind of close actually, because those few you can't see, and then there's only a few at the back there that you can actually see. So yeah, that must be about right. If we just get 4 for this gap here, I think. Seems about right. And then again at the front here. Put those about where they need to go. And then there's even more on the inside, I didn't even notice that. So let's just move those all back a little bit, because what we need to do is put those there so that this pillar on this end is right in that corner, which looks fine. And do the same there. Then they're already about the right place, so if I just copy these ones and move them into place, we are about there. Nice. So it looks a bit weird at the minute, but that's all going to be in the floor, so it'll all be hidden away. Alright, so that's good. What's next? There was some other bit, these bits here. So you've got 3 here, 5 in the middle. Fine, and it's just one of these, I think. So I just copy that, put it onto its own object, set origin to geometry, and squash it down a little bit, make it a lot smaller than the others. Now, how tall are these? They're about the same. Yeah, it's about the right height actually. There we go. And we got, I think there's 5 in the middle. So they're not quite right, but I'm fine with that. Let's just stretch them that way a little bit and move them over a tiny piece. And they can go back to there. That's pretty much how that looks. They might be a bit smaller than that actually. Scale them all down individually. And just do something like that. Could probably move them forward a tiny bit. Oh, I keep selecting the wrong bloody thing. Nice, and I need to do another save because I can't actually remember when I last saved it. I might have streamed a second ago, but I cannot remember, so... There we go, that is the actual main bulk of the building done, to be fair. It's just all the details now, and then setting up some of the colours and whatnot. So let's position this actually on the floor, where it needs to go. Whoops. Yeah, do I want to make it bigger than that? I probably could make it a bit bigger than that. I don't want to take up too much of the base. Move it forward a bit. Yeah, there's enough room around the sides then, I think. Now we can shift this down a bit and do a save. Yet again. Right, so what we've got, all the details around the edge. There's the little tree pieces that need to be done. Ah, there's those bits on the roof that need doing as well. Yeah, so the way I'm going to do that is probably by just getting more of these. And it's definitely not going to be perfect. I'm just going to do that. There you go. There's a nice extra little detail there. Don't know if there's one there as well, but I'm going to do it. Like that. I think one thing I do need to do is make the roofs a different colour. which I probably should have done first, or at least made that, put that idea together. Because now I've got to select all of these bloody faces that I've made, which doesn't help. Hopefully it's not selecting anything I don't want it to while I'm doing this. And then what I could do actually is just very slightly inset it and then just do that, so then it's a different level slightly. I've got a nice sandy colour up here. A bit darker than that. A bit more orangey than that as well. That's actually quite bright, isn't it? It's like that sort of colour, I think. Okay, so not every roof is like that. This little wall around the edge needs to be like that. Could probably do the same thing with this actually. Just do a tiny little inset and then just do that. Save that colour. What was it? Material 5, so let's just replace that. Lovely. And I know the tops of these towers was the same. And maybe these ones as well. Ah, there we go. It's this one I need to change. Yeah. Cool. Could probably put it on here as well for what it's worth. I think it kind of breaks up that solid colour as well. I am going to add a texture bit to it. A noise texture. As I usually would do, similar to what the floor's got on it. Just to break up that flat colour. But then if I just add a few more colours in like that, then that also helps. Also this dark colour here, also that material 2, I want to fill that in on this front piece here, this arch. Material 2, yeah. So that stands out a little bit more. Then I think when it's lit properly, the windows and everything will all stand out fine anyway, so they don't really need changing. Yeah, that colour will do for now, I think. Yeah, it looks kind of cool. I like this little building. I say little building, I think it's pretty huge in real life. So, what's next? There's loads of little details on the roof. Might try and do some of these bushes, which I'm going to use the old faithful bush that I made absolutely ages ago in my first Age of Empires Blender stream. And just going to copy and paste it a bunch of times basically, and hopefully it will look kind of okay. So it just needs to kind of go up the side of the building a bit. Or at least give the illusion that that's what's happening. Again, yeah, sorry if I'm a little bit quiet. Alright, that will kind of do, I think. Yeah, got another little plant there. Scale it down a bit. Make it a little bit thinner. Yeah, just try and make some of these areas a bit thinner so there's a bit of differentiation between the bushes. And we've got a similar one over here. There's only one more up the side then. But yeah, it looks kind of right. Scale some of those out a little bit more. Just thins out some of the leaves a bit, which looks kind of nice. Yeah. Alright, and then there's just that little bit around the side. That is on this wall here, I think. Where did it actually sit? Between the second and third one, but we'll just do it up here, I think. Like that. And then we've got some of the smaller plants around the edges, which are these sorts. Which again, just going to basically copy and paste these from other models because, I don't know, I kind of like that there's like little familiar things in each one. The same type of shrub or like a certain box or something. Kind of don't mind that. It's looking a bit more alive now already just by doing this. Just put some there, I think. It's looking good, dude. Right, I've got to dash. Have a good stream. No problem, mate. Thanks for coming by, and also, yeah, thanks for the little compliment there. Yeah, I think it's not looking too bad. Yeah, I shouldn't be. Probably won't be streaming for ages longer anyway. But yeah, cheers for coming by, mate, and I'll catch you soon. Right, save. What we got around the bottom? We've got some barrels. We've got some crates, which I know I have here. So I'm going to copy those crates in and just reuse those as per. There's a little stack of them over there, which I already have pre-made. Here is one I made earlier. Just plonk them there. And I also need to steal one of those boxes. And that needs to go over here by some barrels that I need to make. Which I think I'll do now. Because it seems like there's quite a few barrels around it, so let's get a few of those on. No, we want a few more, whatever you'd call it than that. Vertices. Probably not that many, maybe 10. Yeah, that would do. They're going to be quite small anyway, I think. So, to make a barrel, let's do that. Then we want to just slightly squash those out a bit. And then we need 2 bits here and here. And they just need extruding out. And that'll be our, like the metal straps that go around the edge. Right, let's make this a nice wood colour. And these are nice metallic colour, or just a grey silver colour will do. Get a bit more sheen on it than I'd usually give, and then we can do that there, and we'll do the same on the bottom. Just inset those bits, that makes that look a bit more interesting as well. Slightly scale that up. And then what we've got 3 over there. They're actually a lighter wood than this. Yeah, they're more like that actually. So actually more like that kind of shape, these barrels, by the looks of things. They're a little bit wider than they are taller. So we've got 3 down here. By the looks of things. Just try and sit that on the top of them somehow. Then we've got 2 around the side by that little box. And then we've got some piled up next to each other in this corner here. Look at that, lovely. Again, that's making it feel a lot more alive as well, which is nice. I could probably make those a little bit smaller, but I think I might leave them as they are, to be honest. I probably should make them smaller because they wouldn't actually be that big in comparison to the humans. Do the same with those, just make them that sort of size instead. Scale the whole set down at once. Yeah, that's a bit more acceptable, I think. Makes the building look a bit more impressive as well that way. So, and one thing I might do is add some, like, I don't know. There's like a sand pile here, but I might just raise this bit up here to mimic that. Yes, that's good. Let's save that. No, not save as. Let's just save. Alright. These little dowel things, I think their colour needs to change. I think they need to be lighter. Yeah, more like that, I think. That's good. And that really dark colour that I put onto here as well, that could be made a bit lighter. Yep, that should do, I think. Right, what else we got? We've got some pots that need to go about the place. We've got ones there, some there, and some over there as well. So I can reuse the ones from the Ethiopians Wonder I did. Also, I think there's some rugs on the roof and that, so I can reuse those as well. Actually, before I move those up, let's put these onto their own objects because that'll be easier. So I can just move these ones up then. Reset the origin to the geometry. And yeah, I could probably make these all on the same object, to be fair. Let's just delete that one for now. Make it a little bit longer. There's like a bowl next to it, and we've got one over here that's like a lighter colour, which we can do. That's just a off-whitey stone colour. And the rest are like little dishes or bowls. So if I just do that, and then there we go. And we can just shift those into position then. Again, sorry I'm going quiet. I think when there's like these really tiny details, I always end up doing that. Don't know why. Just happens. And yeah, there was one over here, I think. Even if there wasn't one there, there is now. That doesn't matter. We've got a pot up on the top there. Didn't notice that one. Oh, and there's one in the corner there as well. Is there some boxes there? Looks like there might be a box there. We can put that one there, and we can put one down here. And we've got some more crates on the roof. Oh, let's just copy those on the actual object itself rather than, because I've already done that. Put those up here. Just sit them there. And I think there was a box in this corner over here. So I might as well do that as well. Just delete one of them. Can leave two on there, I suppose. That doesn't matter. Nice. Then we've got all the little like bricks and that, and little bits of rubble everywhere that I want to place. So I've got that to do as well. But yeah, there's a rug up here, I think. Let's just try and actually let's get rid of those little pins here. I do like to just randomly give things words by the looks of things, and then yeah, we put that about there. Now I can change these colours up, so it's like this really nice orange and a nice like a dark brown, I suppose. And then if I just made the orange colour, orangey red, something like that. It looks kind of like that, and then the rolled up ones are yellow. And it looks like there's one either side of it, and that one can go away now. Don't need that one. And that's those up there then, pretty much. Like that. And then yeah, just need to put in a load of little rocks everywhere essentially. And then we can get it lit. So let me move one of these rocks up. And I'm going to adjust this slightly maybe. Let's have a look at it. Does it need adjusting? Maybe just like that. As it is, and then the colour needs changing, but I'll do that in a minute. So we just need to dot these around the bottom. To some degree. And just rotate them and change the scale of them every now and again. And then I'll do the same thing on the top. Just makes the ground look a bit more natural then as well. Right, there might be a few too many around the bottom. Let's change the colour and make them a little bit of a darker brown colour. Something along the lines of that, I think. And then again, we just need to put some on the top then. Let's dot them around the roof. We can probably afford to be a lot smaller, to be honest. Let's just rotate this one so I can scale it up that way. Cool. Just giving it a little bit more to look at on the roof, I suppose, by doing this. I think especially when in this style, to make this building look a bit more interesting, because the style I do just kind of dulls the whole thing down a bit, I feel. This might just help it a bit by adding some of these random little details. Okay. Just something along those lines. You know, I'm going to change that colour again, make it even lighter, I think. Just so it blends in more with the actual building itself. Right. Do I need the actual thing anymore? Probably not. Let's do a save, and then we can... Let's add the characters. We'll put those in. All the little characters I've got. They're probably about the right scale already. Yeah, I think they are. Actually, how big's that doorway up there on the roof? Tiny. So maybe they're not. They probably need to be like that big. Which would actually make this building huge. So I think I'll make the doorway bigger, so that suits them a bit more. So I can probably just drag this up and that will make that doorway even taller. Only thing is I need to do that in there so that the actual room looks big. That might help. Yeah, I think they do need scaling down slightly, all the characters, but only a tiny bit. Right, she can go up on the roof. Stand in there somewhere. There, get our little characters here with the stone and the gold that they've got carrying. I'm going to join those together because that's going to make my life easier. I don't know what's just happened there. Either way. Okay, so we've got some like resources over there, so those two can go over there. Bloke with the meat. Actually, he can go over there because I think in some of the other ones I've done it that way round already. So I'm going to put the guys with the... hang on, let me go back. Pick him up. And put him over there. There you go, it looks like they're like with the resources then, like they're bringing it over. Maybe putting it in those crates or something. lady here with the pickaxe. She can go over here. As always. Bloke with the food, he can come over here as well. And that bit of meat I might just duplicate and put a few over here to make it look like that's where they're coming to put it. You can just be standing over here. And I'll get over here somewhere. Don't know whether to get more characters on this. Let's get someone over the back there. On the wall. Just looking out. Yeah, that'll probably do for that. Put the characters a little bit closer to the building. Right, let's save that. So I'm just going to try and add some texture to the main building itself. So if I copy the hex of this colour and put that in here and in here, then what I can do is just connect this up. Nothing will change immediately, and then as I darken this down, the whole building should change. Yep. Back onto shading, and I don't want it to be quite that dark. It needs to be the lighter colour, really. It wants to be quite subtle, I think. I don't want it to be too in your face. Just makes it look a bit more realistic like that, I suppose. And again, I don't want it to be too fine either, like on that main tower. I think I had it was about right there somewhere, I think. Yeah, it doesn't need to be too perfect. And then I'm going to do the same with the roof as well. Just copy the hex. Whoops, no, I think I just copied the same one again. Let me copy that, paste it in there. And we'll paste that one in there, connect those up, and then just darken this one down. Just a touch. Yeah, I think that looks kind of cool, like that. Alright, we'll save that. Now, one thing I do need to do, I think there's some like wooden planks you can see inside the buildings. Inside the windows, sorry. So I should probably add those in, and I'm just going to make a quick little platform. And what I can do is just do that and do that. Put a wood colour on it. And now I can just position this in each of the rooms. Just enough so you can see it. Don't like that colour. Let's make it a bit more natural looking. There we go. One in there. Put one in the top here as well. Suppose we could put them in here as well, for what it's worth. And we can have a look at lighting it then, which should be good because there's loads of little places to put lights on this one, so that's cool. It's always fun to add in all the extra lights. So is that one in the right place as it is already? Yeah, it was. Huh. Why did it not come across right then? That was weird. Never mind. Right, this one here and here should be able to just copy across and put straight into these windows. Like that. And then there's only one more, which is that one down there. Nice. It's probably not a huge detail that needed to be done, but it's just a little subtle detail I wanted to put in. Okay, one thing I'm going to do with the shading, I'm going to very, very slightly lighten up this colour so that it's even more subtle, that texture. Yeah, that's better. Just enough to break up that colour. That's all we need. And also the ground, I might change them colours a little bit. Just either maybe lighten it up so it stands out a bit more, the building. Yeah, more like that, I think. Right, let's save that and let's turn the lights on, see what the lighting looks like. Ah, awesome, that looks cool. I do like that. Now, I don't know what colour background to do. I've already done a few green and like blue. Maybe a really deep cyan colour. I'm just going to quickly check to see the other colours I've done. Because that will give me a better idea. Yeah, so I've already done one similar to that. Maybe if I make it a bit more blue. Whoa, that's a very bright pink. I've done a few reds as it is already. I've done a pink one. I think I've done something orange. I'm not really sure. Oh, maybe a green. Green looks quite nice with that. Yeah, I might go with a green. Let's put some point lights in because these just need to fill out these little rooms now. And just give that a nice warm orangey glow. Hopefully that's in the right room. Looks like it is. Just copy those across, hopefully. Just about. You know what, let's just move those ones straight into there. This one here needs to just come down a bit. And then that one can go straight into that room. And then we've got one over here. That needs lighting up in that little corner there. And then one straight below that as well. And also, I'm going to put some lights in here. So I'm going to, just so it casts a nice shadow, particularly in the night version, I might extrude these back, or just push them back a little bit further than that. And now I can put a light in here. Make it a bit brighter than the other ones. And I can do the same the other side as well. Cool. Yeah, the light would be lower, I suppose. Okay, let's save that. Alright, I think we're about there. Let's have a quick look what it would look like maybe at night. Yeah, it's quite nice really. It's quite subtle. Looks pretty cool. One thing I will do is add yet another light in the little courtyard at the back here, so that at night it hopefully lights up some of these walls. I think that'd be kind of nice. So now if I hide it, we should see some light, yeah, coming up the back there, which looks pretty cool, I think. Yeah, not too bad. Right, let me unhide that. Let me do a quick save. I think that's about there on all of that. So yeah, I think I'm going to call it there. So thank you very much for joining me. I know it's a little bit of a short one this time, just under 2 hours, I think. Is it just under 2 hours? Let me just check Streamlabs. Yeah, hour and 59 minutes. So yeah, it's going to be 2 hours. But yeah, I might as well call it there. I was thinking if I got this one done faster, I'd start the next one. But I think that'll take me probably just as long. And it won't be done in the next hour, so I'm just going to call it a night here. So yeah, thanks for joining me. The official finished renders, the night and day one, will be my Instagram and Twitter soonish. Probably tomorrow, although I have done another one off stream. I did the Ethiopians Wonder. I did that off stream yesterday. I think yesterday evening I did that. So I need to post that as well yet, because I've not done that yet. But I'll probably post this one first, as I've done this now. On stream and get that out of the way, and then yeah, this will be uploaded to YouTube as well later. If you ever want to catch up, or if you never got to watch the whole thing or something like that, you can always come back to it. Yeah. So yeah, I'll call it there, and yeah, cheers for joining me. I'll catch you again soon. Bye.